So we are continuing the normalization slides. We already studied 1NF, 2NF, 3NF. The next one we have to study is BCNF. Its full form is Boyce-Codd normal form. Boyce-Codd normal form is an advanced version of 3NF. So it is also referred as 3.5 NF. That is 3.5 normal form, because it is stricter and slightly stronger than 3NF. Then how we will make a table into BCNF? In order to make a table into Boyce-Codd normal form, we have to satisfy two conditions. The first condition is that the table should be in 3NF. The second condition is that if you have a table which is in 3NF, and if you take all the functional dependencies that exist inside the table, the left side of the functional dependency should be a super key. We know that how we will write a functional dependency. Normally it will be of the form A implies B. So here A is the left side, and if you want to make the table into BCNF, the left side must be the super key. We already studied what is the meaning of a super key. Super key is the subset of keys. That means it is a set of attributes that can be used to identify each rows of the table uniquely. So if these two conditions are satisfied, then we can say that our table is in BCNF. We can consider one example. Suppose we have an employee table which contains information about the employees who are working in different departments, and here we consider that one employee can work in multiple departments. So these are the different fields of this table: ID of the employee, nationality of the employee, department name of the employee, the department type of the employee, and the number of employees in each department. So from this table we can consider these two functional dependencies. The first one is employee ID implies employee nationality. That is, if 1001, that implies Australian. 1002, if that means American. So it is a functional dependency that exists inside the table. Its meaning is that if you know the employee ID of a person, you can uniquely identify the nationality. The second functional dependency inside the table is employee department implies department type, department number of employees. That is, if you know the employee department, it can uniquely identify these two combinations. That is, if it is production and planning, its corresponding department type is D001 and 200. If it is stores, then that implies that the corresponding department type is D001 and 250, like that. Then what about the candidate key here? We know minimal super key is called the candidate key. So minimum, these employee ID and employee department can be used as the super key for this table. So the candidate key for this table, that is, its combination can uniquely identify each and every row inside the table. So we are taking the primary key, that means the candidate key. Primary keys, one of the candidate key will be taken as a primary key. So here we can consider these two combinations act as the candidate key. The next question we have to consider is whether this table is in BCNF or not. So inside this table, we know that if a table should be in BCNF, the first thing is that there should not be any transitive dependency. Then only the table will be in 3NF. So that one is true here. But the second point is not true here. That is, here two functional dependencies are described from this table. But here, in order to make a table into BCNF, the second condition says that if you take every functional dependency, the left side of the functional dependency should be a super key. But here, the first left side of the first functional dependency is employee ID alone, which cannot uniquely identify each and every row inside the table. So it will not satisfy the condition. Then if you take the second one, employee department implies this one, that one is okay. That is, each employee department can uniquely identify. But the first functional dependency does not satisfy our condition. So the table is not in BCMF. So how we will make the table into BCMF? In order to make a table into BCMF, there are certain simple methods are there. That we will study. But before that, here we are simply explaining how we can make this table into BCMF. So here what was making the problem? This functional dependency is actually making the problem. Because in this functional dependency, the left side is not a super key. So how we can overcome this problem? We have to remove these corresponding attributes from this table and make it as a new table. So we will make a new table in which employee ID and employee nationality together make a table. Then to the other table, we will add the other fields of this table. That is, the first one and the second one we removed from this table. Then the other three attributes are taken as another table, that is employee ID, and attributes which depends on this employee department is department type and department number of employees. Then next one is, we have, since these two tables should relate each other, we have to combine them. So which attribute will be taken in order to combine the two attributes? We will make another table which will contains the employee ID along with the employee department. So here, which are the now the functional dependencies specified here are true. That is, employee ID implies employee nationality. That is, for that we have to consider the first table. Here employee ID is the super key. So the first condition is now satisfied. That is the functional dependency, employee ID implies employee nationality. Our condition is that in order to make the table into BCMF, the left side should be the super key. Now the employee ID is the super key. Why? Because now the employee ID can uniquely identify the employee nationality. Then what about the second functional dependency inside the table? That is, employee department implies these two attributes. So the second table, that is the decomposed second table, will satisfy this condition. Now the employee department is the super key. It is also that is, employee department can uniquely identify each and every row inside that table which are the candidate keys. For the first table, we can make the candidate key as the employee ID. For the second one, we can make this one as the candidate key. Candidate key means it is a key. It's an attribute which can uniquely identify each and every row inside the table. And for the third table, here we decomposed our original table into three tables, and here we are just explaining which are the candidate keys for the three tables. For the first table, employee ID alone is the candidate key because it can uniquely identify the row. For the second table, employee department is the candidate key, and for the third one, it's combination because employee ID alone is repeating values are there. So we are making a combination of these two in order to make as a candidate key. So now this table is in BCMF since each of the left side of the functional dependencies are the super key. The next is there's a simple method is there which is used to which will help you how to make a table into BCMF. That is how to decompose a table into BCMF. Suppose that a table schema is given. You know what is the meaning of a schema? What is the meaning of a schema? Schema means we are just specifying the attributes inside our table. Okay, that is the structure of our table. Structure means how many attributes, which are the attributes present inside the table. So suppose that such a schema is given. Okay, and we consider one functional dependency alpha implies beta, where alpha and beta can be any subset of the attributes inside the table R. And you also imagine that this functional dependency is a non-trivial functional dependency. What is the meaning of non-trivial functional dependency? In alpha implies beta, This right side is not a subset of the left side. That is, both contains different attributes. And suppose that this is a non-trivial functional dependency which make a violation in our table. So what is given? We have given a schema of a table, that is the name of the table along with its attributes. And suppose that this is a non-trivial functional dependency that does not make this table into BCNF. So the following steps will give you the idea how to decompose the table into BCNF. So first thing is that we know that this is a non-trivial functional dependency which makes a violation to the BCNF. That is, this is making a problem to our table which is not making our table into BCNF. So what we have to do is we will decompose the table into two parts. The first subset is contains alpha union beta, that is the attributes which are in alpha and which are in beta are clubbed together in order to form the first table. The second table is R minus beta minus alpha. So this value, that is after calculating this value, you will get a table. So these are the resultant table. So if you want to make a table into BCNF, and this is the conditions given, we decompose the original table into these two tables. So one example is given here. And before that there is a rule for set difference. So here actually we are calculating the set difference. So if you know this rule, then only you can apply that one to this values. Suppose A minus B you want to calculate. A minus B is equal to A minus AB. So you always remember this rule. This will help you to find out the answer. So suppose that we have a table which contains whose name is Borlon. Okay. And these are the attributes of the table. That is, R is equal to customer ID, loan number, amount. Here these two are underlined. That means that these are the primary key of this table. And now we consider alpha is equal to, that is directly it is given, alpha is the loan number, that is that attribute is taken as alpha, beta is the amount. So we can say that alpha implies beta is non-trivial because the left side is loan number, right side is amount. Okay. Then we know that this table is not in BCNF. So how to make it into BCNF, how to decompose the table? If you know alpha and beta, what is the first table? The first table is alpha union beta. So we make a table that contains alpha, loan number and amount. So these two attributes are clubbed together to form the first table. What about the second table? For that you have to calculate R minus beta minus alpha. And I said the rule for calculating A minus B. Okay, this is A and this is B. A minus B is equal to A minus AB. That is R. R means the set of all the three attributes minus AB. AB is the combination of loan number and amount. So what comes here? R minus AB will give you, okay, this one first of all you have to calculate. This is A, this is B. A minus B is equal to A minus AB. That is, beta is amount minus loan number amount. So what you will get? You will get loan number. Then you have to calculate R minus loan number. R minus loan number is, again you have to apply the same rule. So R minus loan number is the combination of customer ID and loan number. Okay. So this is how we will get the decomposed table. So these two tables will be created if you apply these two rules. So this is all about the BCNF.